Hello, welcome back to the channel, M Farmer Training Solutions. Today I'll be explaining the tablet dosage form, or what we call the tablets. Of course, all of us do these ones. Of course, tablets, this is a mixture of a medicament with excipient, usually in powder form, and compressed into a solid and taken orally or in any other routes. Tablets are convenient to use. Of course, these are the commonest. This is the commonest dosage form. Stable is stable because it is solid in nature, and no skills required in administration. All you need is a glass of juice, glass of water, and you take. However, it takes time to release the drug because they have to first undergo disintegration, dissolution, and then absorption. And they are difficult to swallow in some patients, especially in the unconscious and in children. What are the different types of tablets? We have conventional compressed tablets. Conventional compressed is a common one. Multiple compressed having different layers. Enteric coated, sugar coated, buccal, dispersible, and very many others. The chewable ones are common in children. So what are the different tableting methods? We have wet granulation, dry granulation, and direct compression. This one I'm explaining them later on in the presentation. Let us look at the excipients or the formulation of tablets. Of course, we need the API, the active ingredient, but after the active ingredient, we also need a filler or diluent. This one is used to make the required bulk of a tablet, such as anhydrous lactose, the basic calcium phosphate starch. Now, let's see the reason why some tablets are expensive, and because of these excipients. We have binders, they hold together the ingredients. We have starch paste, sucrose syrups. Binders are always in these percentages. Lubricants, they prevent adhesion of granules to the dye and hopper, in the hopper and those equipments. We have PEGs, sodium lauryl sulfate, stearic acid, disintegrant, they facilitate the breaking of tablets into small particles, sodium starch, and starch. Now these ones are the ones which determine the cost of these drugs. If someone uses an expensive excipient, of course, which is better, the cost will go higher. Glidants, they promote flow of granules of talc and colloidal silicone. Of course, there are very many others which are like coloring agents. Some tablets are colored. I heard there is this common problem which we face with salbutamol tablets. You can't sell the white salbutamol tablet, the original one, if patients prefer the pink one. So color is very important. Flavoring, sweetening agents are common in tablets for young ones, and very many other excipients. So what is granulation? Because we have heard above that is one of the methods. Everything is granulation. Of course, granulation, this is the particle size enlargement. Of course, now these are all powders, but these are different excipients. But now, how do you ensure that at least in each part of the powder we have every ingredient? Is through enlarging the particles, through making small granules. Now, what are the uses of, or why granulation? Because granulation prevents segregation of the constituent of the powder blend, enhancement of the flow. It improves compaction during the compression. It improves homogeneity and ensure content uniformity. And again, it is used to produce dust-free formulation. Because without granulation, all these ones are in powders, and in that room, in that pharmaceutical industry, the room may be full of dust. So let us look at wet granulation. Because wet granulation is a process that involves addition of a binder solution to the powder mixture. Of course, these are the processes have weighing of the API and excipients, and of course preparation of the binder solution, mixing of the mixing them, of course excluding the the lubricant, which comes at the later stage. Mixing of the binder solution with the powder mixture. Of course, this one forms now the granules. After that, you dry the granules. Milling of the granules to size reduction, sieving, and then mixing with other ingredients, especially the lubricant and the adherent or glidant, and then the compression, which is always the last stage. Now, which equipments are used? We're having the planetary bowl mixer, rotary drum mixer, high-speed mixer, ribbon trough. Now, all these equipments, even though I explained to you, you may not get them very well. But since we are on YouTube, if you just type in after this presentation, you just type in the mixers using tablets, the granulators, which are used, the oscillating granulator, high-speed mixer, and then fluidized base. They will even show you it when it is in operation. So it is highly important you search how these ones work. Or if you have visited the pharmaceutical industry, they're better. But I know most of our students have not done so. So it is good at least you watch these videos of these equipments when tablets are being made when you're on YouTube. And of course, these millers, after for milling the granules, oscillating granulator, quadrocomil. Now, what are advantages of wet granulation? Of course, they reduce segregation and produces high tablets which can undergo further processing. However, it is a rebellious method. We have seen the steps above. There are very many. It requires specialized equipment. These are the steps, specialized equipment. Not suitable for moisture sensitive drugs. And of course, heat. Let us look at dry granulation. Of course, in dry granulation, there is no binder and heat which is used. So it is applied in tablets which are sensitive to heat. Of course, the stages of dry granulation, the first ones are always the same. Weighing of the active ingredient and the excipients, mixing of the therapeutic agent with the powdered mixture, compression of the mixture into large tablets. You compress into cold slugs, then you screen the slugs. After screening them, you mill or crush into granules. You sieve the granules, you mix in with other excipients, and then you compress and compact. Direct compression, of course, this, as the name suggests, direct compression. There is no granulation here. There's no granulation. Pre-milling of the components, the excipients, and of course you have to weigh. You mix them together, including the lubricant. Here you mix everything together, and then you compress into tablets. However, there are a few processing steps here. It's the biggest advantage and it's cost effective, but it requires specialized and expensive excipients, and it's not used for colored tablets because they will be incomplete mixing. Now, compression of tablets. Again, this is what you have to. If you download that video about compression of tablets, you can really see the stages on how the dye fills from the hopper. This is from the hopper, and then the punch compresses it, compacts it into the tablet. Stages include filling of the dye and granules, compression, and then tablet ejection by a sweeper blade. Of course, there are very many equipments which are used. For example, we can have a handheld one for compression. There is semi-automatic and there is an automatic one. Now, let us look at tablet defects. Capping, when the upper and lower segment of the tablet separate horizontally. You can know the reasons here. lamination, separation of the tablet into 2 or more distinct horizontal layers, chipping of edges, cracking, sticking, picking. When the punch picks part, these tablets always we see them in the pharmacies. Now it's not important, it's not good to dispense tablets which have defects to patients. Always first check mottling, unequal distribution of color, double impression, especially those ones which have engraving. Tablet coating. Let's look at tablet coating. Now, tablet coating is application of coat on the what? On the tablet. Now, why is tablet coating important? Because the reason for tablet coating to protect the drug from disintegration by the JT, or control the release of drug throughout the body. Now, you may want the drug to be released only in the small intestines. So you have to coat it with a polymer, with a coat or a polymer that will prevent its disintegration within the stomach. Prevents drug-induced irritation in the stomach. This one is very important. Mask odor. Test improve pharmaceutical elegance. It's product identification for marketing purposes. Product identification and what? And marketing purposes. There are types of coating, or film coating, sugar coating, functional coating, the enteric coating. These are the ones which are used in controlled release. And then press coating. Again, all these ones are different topics, subtopics. Sorry. What are the quality control tests for tablets? These are the ones: weight variation test, drug content test, disintegration test, dissolution test, and then the unofficial ones: thickness, hardness, friability, organoleptic, and tablet diameter. So all these ones, again, YouTube can show you proper videos. Thank you for listening to me and watching the presentation. It has been a short one to guide you. I always remain Wilson. Subscribe to the channel Pharma Training Solution. Contact us, we shall always reply, and leave a comment. Thank you.